Hey everyone, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. As you can see, today is guest day. Yay! And Monica Miller, she is joining us today, and I'm really excited to be chatting with her. Today, we are going to be talking about 4 ways to step out of your fear and into your greatness. So you will want to listen all the way to the end. So welcome, Monica. So great to have you with us.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so
Good.
excited.
Good. So I usually tell a little bit of a personal story of how I met the person that I am interviewing. So Monica and I actually have the same coach, and we are together in that program. And I started just seeing her just kind of blow up on social media and just really enjoyed all of her different content. And so I was in this space where I was just like, how do I make this social media work? I'm an organized person. I really want to figure this out. And Monica had this awesome workshop where she showed how to do content and how to plan it out. And so I was really excited because that is how my brain works. And now I have this beautiful calendar that I just redid for June. Thank you, Monica, with the content. So Monica, what she does, she has a company called Monica Writes, and she really connects with people and helps them share their story in a way that really resonates for them and also getting more eyeballs on the things that they are doing. I know you say it more eloquently, Monica, but I love what you do and so excited for you to be here. So do you want to tell us anything else about Monica Wrights or anything that I missed?
Yeah, well, Amanda, you said it beautifully. I was like, oh, I love how you rewarded that. Maybe I should reward it. No, yeah, it's been so lovely to getting to know you, Amanda, and just I remember you reaching out to me. We had a couple of conversations about content, and then you hopped on the content calendar call, and you gave. I was able to work with you, so you gave everyone a great example, and that was perfect, beyond perfect. And so, yeah, a little bit extra. So I am a mom. I have a little one named Anthony. He's 2. He was on here right before we went live saying beach. I taught him that word. That's all I want to
That's
do, go
great.
to the beach and drink.
I
So
love
that's all
that.
I want. So okay, so yeah, I have a little one. His name is Anthony. He's 2. Been married for like 9, oh gosh, like going on 9.5 years, and we live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We were in Cheyenne, Wyoming for like 6 years, and now we're here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I've been in business for 6 years. I'm a 3-time published author and an international speaker. And like Amanda said, I help entrepreneur women get more eyeballs onto their business, all through the power of content and social media marketing. I combine a lot of like marketing and content, and I just mix it because content is king. And right now, content is even king. Go, if that's a word, I'm going to make it up.
I think
And
so.
because right now, everyone's online. Like that, Kingo.
Yep. Yep. I love that. I love that. Well, good. Well, we're going to be jumping in, and I think that this content not only has to deal with what we're talking about with social media and being able to post and being able to market, but it also has to do within our lives and some of the fears and some of the things that we're facing, even as we are in today. So we're really excited to be sharing this today. So we're again that 4 ways to step out of those fears and then into your greatness. And I think, Monica, we kind of started chatting about this and kind of really looking at that greatness and being able to work through these fears. What I've been talking with people a lot is that sometimes we can take these fears, stuff them in different places in our body, because I'm all about movement and really want to help people get comfortable in their bodies so they can push past some of those fears, push past anxieties, and really get to be the best version of themselves. And so, as we're chatting today, and some of Monica's things to help you with these ways, really thinking about that for yourself and saying, what does that feel like for me in my body? What does that feel like so that you can be in it and then move through it? So, really think about that as we're chatting today. So, those 4 ways, Monica, we want to start off and would love to hear your perspective on the very first one that we came up with. where that first one is really that perfectionism. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I know many of us are perfectionists, right? We are stuck in perfectionism. It's almost like if we can't do it right the first time, we are just not going to do it right. We're just not going to do it. I mean, it's that mindset. And what I found with my clients and just observing is that perfectionism stops us from sharing. And whenever someone says sharing is caring, that's really is true. Because when I share, I know someone else benefits. When Amanda shares in our coaching program that we're in, I get something out of that. And if Amanda was stuck in that perfectionism, like, oh, I'm not going to say the right thing. If I can't say it the right way, I'm just not going to say it all. Like, I would not get the benefit of hearing her and gaining something from her. And one of the things that I teach my own clients is just like do it messy. We're human beings. We we're not perfect. So why do we expect ourselves to show up as perfect? And it's because we're comparing, and comparison is like the enemy to me, like just sharing, just get out there and sharing. Do you have any thoughts about that, Amanda?
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely hear what you say. And it actually has been one of my fears that I've definitely had to face and really look at and walk through. And with that, I think getting in the way of your greatness, because your light and what the message that you have to share with everyone, no matter if it's just a positive message for the day or whatever it may be, that what you project and what people pick up on, that then helps them really move through maybe what's going on for them. So I love what you're saying about that one. So that definitely can be a fear in, that can really be that stop sign of kind of saying, oh, if it's not perfect, I can't do it. And I love what you say, Monica, and I have you in my head sometimes where it is, do it messy. Like it could be really fun in the messy area and just being able to just work through that. So appreciate that one. So let's go on to the next one because I think it so attaches to the first one, is that vulnerability.
Yeah. I think a lot of us, we wonder how much is too much vulnerability, how much is not enough vulnerability. Like, where's the line? And, here's the thing. One of the things that I've noticed in my own life is when I am the most vulnerable on social media, that is when I get all the comments and of course people telling me, thank you for opening up. Like, when we moved from Wyoming to Indiana, I mean, there was a period of like grieving for me because this is Wyoming's where we spent a lot of my husband. Yeah, you're gonna hear my kid crying in the background. This is
The
where we spent a lot
broccoli,
of
the
our
broccoli.
lives. It must be. Like one of the things, so I went from, Cheyenne to Indiana or Wyoming to Indiana, and spending so much time in Indiana, making so many new friends, to coming to a place where I knew nobody and starting over again was tough. And there was a couple of times I was lonely. I just posted that, and so many people were like, "Thank you for sharing," and I appreciate you opening up. Was hard for you, and thank you for just letting us know how you're doing. It was in the vulnerable moments that I get the most connection, and I feel like vulnerability is one gateway to connecting with other people. When we put up that wall of disconnect, we are not allowed, lack of vulnerability, we are not opening up any doors to connect. So if you feel like you're not connecting to somebody or to people or to anyone, look to see where you lack in your vulnerability. And this goes for everyone. I mean, I still am trying to find that line, because there is a such thing as, I believe, on social media anyways, as too much vulnerability. But if you're coaching or you're talking with someone one-on-one, I feel like there really isn't a lot of vulnerability in that. Like, you can be totally vulnerable in like a one-on-one conversation versus like social media. Amanda, do you have I feel like you probably have a different perspective, and I want to hear it.
No, no, I think that's great. And I think the vulnerability piece of it is that when you do share that, and I love Brene Brown, so if you've ever read any of her books, I'm sure people
Yes.
watching have, and just that vulnerability, and that is where we really connect as humans and get to really share in that, because that is just the raw of who we are, right? I don't know if that's a word, but raw, meaning that we just have that place of being able to connect even deeper. Like you were saying, I remember there was a Facebook Live that you did, Monica, where you were talking, I think it was something about your aunt. I don't know exactly the story, but just you being and sharing that and how you felt in that moment and how it connected to your message. I just remembered that, and it was just like, wow, that was a share where it was just like, gosh, it makes me feel like the ones and the vulnerability that I have aren't something that then I can't share, right? And so being able to do that, I think, helps other people be able to share their greatness, basically. So
You said it perfectly, Amanda.
yeah, yeah, no, that's great. That's great. So our next one, Monica. So I don't know what to say, so I'm not going to say anything at all. And that kind of comes back to our perfectionism, but I think it's a little bit different. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, a lot of people say, I don't know where to begin. So they don't begin. It's almost just like, I don't know how to say it, what to say. So I'm just going to stop there. And for me, this stands in the way of our greatness is because I think it kind of goes back to perfectionism. If I can't say it perfectly, I won't say it at all. But it's also why can't we just say what we have to say? Why can't we just start somewhere? And there's some feel there that is not allowing you to start. And sometimes that to me will look like maybe it's just you sitting down and journaling it out. Maybe why can't I stop? What's holding me back? Like I know I should stop, but what is there for me to explore and look at? So maybe is doing that like journaling, and then getting out a piece of paper and just scribbling and just see what comes, because I think we don't always connect the subconscious with our writing hands. So, connecting that and just writing whatever comes without judgment. Stop judging yourself. Or maybe that's why you can't begin, because you're too busy judging yourself. When I'm going to tell you something, like, as a faith believer, I feel like God cannot work in me when I'm too busy judging myself. So I would really want to encourage you to stop judging yourself and just trust that what you got to say is perfect and complete. And if you feel better writing that down to get the juices going and just writing it, I think that's a great starting point, because from there you will begin to create a starting point.
I love that a lot. And it's so funny. This is coming up just because this is where I was at in my coaching call today, where it was just that trusting that what you have to say is exactly something that somebody needs to hear. I think that that is really, really key. And no matter if you're doing this for a business or doing this for a social outlet and connection, I think it really runs the gamut, Monica, on kind of how that connection happens and how, like you said, you could really work with some of that judgment upon yourself and start to see it for what it is. Because when you name it, you can tame it. So therefore, as you start to do that, then you can really begin to walk through that and it changes. It doesn't have the power over you like it did at one point.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, now our final one, which is kind of a juicy one. So this fear, and definitely a fear that I've had for sure, because I have been found myself seeing how many likes or how many people have viewed it or whatever it might have been. So that fear of rejection. So tell us about that one, Monica.
I think all of us struggle with that. I mean, I still struggle with that because there's so many haters now. There's so many haters, and we think if we put this out there, will I offend someone? Will they get upset? Will they send me a hate message, or will they comment something really hateful? And so here's what yeah, and then there's just that rejection, that fear of rejection. And so there's a couple of things that are coming up for me. So I'm just going to say some things that I feel like I should be said. Number one is none of your damn business to wonder what other people are thinking. Like that's none of your business, and it never was, and it never will be. Okay, so just do away with that thought. Like it's just none of your business. If they think something, okay, great. And guess what? You have the power to respond to it, or you can just choose not to respond if someone does say something hateful. I'm learning this, just like, hey, they have this little hateful response. I can either A, delete it, because if it's on my like social media, I can delete that baby anytime I want. It's on my thing. Two, I can ignore it. I can choose to ignore it. Because that doesn't define who I am in my message, because my message is greater than my fear of rejection. And that does take time to get there. It's not something that happens overnight. It's like a little muscle you have to build, you have to do the little, I don't know, I'm not going to care about rejection muscle. But also, I think one of the biggest things is you have to go back to your message. What are you passionate about? What is it that if people don't know, then it's like you feel like it's almost a sin for you not, if you don't speak out, it's almost a sin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, you have to go back to that why, and then, really, what does other people's opinion matter? Does it really matter that much? And how much power are you giving to someone else? And once you start, once again, if you are a journaler, begin journaling. It's like, journal, why is it that you care? And it's okay, because it's something that maybe your parents said, or maybe you told yourself you had to care, and it takes a while to get out of that. But begin practicing in small chunks. I've been doing this, and I feel like it's getting better, and I don't have to worry about the haters on much. But really, at the end of the day, is if I don't speak out, you know, am I really making a difference? And if I want to make a difference in this area, I have to speak out. I have to not care about the rejection or the haters or offending people, because people are going to get offended over something.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's so very true. And that rejection, I visualize all of these as kind of that stop sign for people in different ways, right? Because we all relate to them in various ways in these four ways. But as you can step out of them and sort of step through them, then that's where the greatness, and like you're saying, I mean, how you just said it is such the passion that I could hear in, like, it is a sin not to share what I have to share. And I think that's the biggest message of today, just being able to really see these for what they are and see how they affect you, and then being able to really lean in them and step into your greatness through them. And it's not pushing them aside, making believe they're not here, but really focusing on them and trying to look at them for what they are. So I appreciate you sharing those with us today, Monica.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, and just let
Yeah.
me share.
Yeah, of course. So, the other part that I want you to talk just a little bit about before we sign off for today is that you have a boot camp coming up, and wanted to share that with my viewers.
Yeah. So if you have a message, like, and you see some of these, fears coming up for you, it's all okay. But you have a message and you want to share, you want to impact more people. And, you're doing this through coaching, through programs, through boot camps like I am. You're doing it in some form or fashion of coaching and business. And like clients are hard, like you feel like clients are hard to get. Maybe making money is hard to get. I want to invite you to come and join me and other people in Get Clients Now boot camp. And this is a 4-week boot camp where you are going to gain traction in your business. You're going to gain so much momentum. I'm going to teach you ways to get seen and heard using your content, using your message without feeling invasive or like spammy, because that's not what I'm about. And I don't want you to be about that either. So come and learn how to gain more traction in your business that is going to lead to more clients and more money into your business. We start on June 1st. So you'll get 4 assignments that will drop every Monday. You'll get 4 coaching calls every Wednesday where you get to ask your questions and get feedback and get coached in the areas you need coached in at that time to get these assignments out there. You're going to have 2 mini trainings inside of this where you're going to learn how to create social media messages that are going to stick out, stand out, and get people coming to you and being like, hey, I've been seeing you on social. We should talk. And I'm going to help you also come up with a couple of Facebook Live ideas on how to get more profitable and how to stand out in your niche so people start seeing you as an expert in your field. Because if you're not posting on social or going live and you're confused on how, then you need to join the 4-week program, get clients now boot camp. It starts at $297 until May 24th, where it's going to go up to $497. So you want to go ahead and join now. And the link to that, which I know Amanda's going to post, is monicawrights.com/clients. So let's start getting you clients. Let's start getting you traction in your business so you can live a life that you love and share your message from a more authentic area in your heart. And you can call people out with love and you don't have to worry about rejection, perfectionism. All that would just be like, I know I can share my message and I know I can impact your life. So let's get clients now.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I love to do that. There's so many people that have really awesome programs. And as you've seen after these interviews, I have always had a link. So you can always check out Monica more. And we'll have some in the link below for that boot camp. So look for that. But without further ado, thank you so much for coming on to Mindfulness Monday today, Monica. And thank you everybody for being here today. So I do this every Monday at 3:30 Mountain Standard Time, and really enjoy coming to you. If you have any other comments or thoughts, I am always here available by messenger, or you can comment below. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you all again soon.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.